Joining me to discuss the improving rail line system in Nigeria is Mr. Roland Ocholi Atagoba. He's the CEO, Bethlehem Rail, London. They are international strategic railway delivery advisors. He's also a leading proponent for railway reforms and restructuring in Nigeria. He's also a member, Nigeria Railway Corporation Unbundling Committee of the federal government. You're welcome to Nigeria today.
Good evening.
Now, Mr. Roland, you had as a matter of fact, today was a very important day for the country, really, because of the inauguration of the rail system, the mass transit that was inaugurated in Lagos. Now, how would you describe the whole system, the railway system?
Well, if we take the most recent event being the commissioning of the Red Line, I think it's a momentous event, which is one reason why it had to be commissioned by the President. Very significant achievement by Lagos. They are to be congratulated for their achievement.
Well, how could you, in clear terms, discuss what are the challenges the railway system is facing in Nigeria, and how do they really impact the country's transportation infrastructure?
A separate program for that, but in a nutshell, railway system going back to independence was the mainstay of our transportation system, and over the years has since fallen into dereliction and disrepair, to the extent that it's lost completely all of its market share. So the roads now dominate carriage of goods and people, and the effect is that there's congestion on the roads. We're spending huge amounts on maintaining the roads. There's high mortality on roads, and of course the emissions and greenhouse gases from road transportation as well is now a matter of serious consideration.
Thank you very much for that. Now, talking about the new rail system that was inaugurated in Lagos, as a matter of fact, it's a very, very, it's a commendable feat. And even during the inauguration, the Minister for Transportation was saying it is a very good thing for other states to emulate. In your opinion, how do you think other states would emulate, not just emulating, but how can we as a country, try to encourage these other, the rail system in other states?
Well, railways are very expensive to build, and a lot of the states can't afford rail or to build railway, and so they would definitely need assistance to do that. But again, one of the underpins of a railway system is its economy, is the fact that you must be able to sustain it. It's one thing to build a railway system, it's another to keep it open. It's one of the reasons why our railways have struggled, is the funding of it. Lagos has deep pockets, or even at that, they've had to require assistance. They got some money from the CBN, as well as from some commercial banks to complete, to get to where they are with the Red Line, and it's not done yet. Still a long way to go.
Having said that, now, just like you said, it's very expensive, of course, to, introduce that in other states. Lagos, of course, had other means of raising funds. But then you will agree with me that having a modernized rail line, just like the one that was just inaugurated in Lagos, is a very commendable thing, and it will go a long way in easing congestion, like one of the reasons why it was initiated in the first place. Now, what initiatives or investment can be made to modernize and improve the efficiency of Nigeria's rail networks?
There's a lot that can be done, but there are some fundamentals that need to change. Number one, we need to restructure the industry. We need more private funding coming into the railways. And private operators running railways. That would be very fundamental. Structurally as well, we need to separate railway operations from regulation. These are all proposals that are being considered at the moment.
So how does the well-developed rail system... Now, tell us, you are from London. What are some of the will I say, some of the practices over there in London that you think that if replicated here, we help in improving our rail system?
Essentially, I've talked about one, the restructuring of that railway environment. You need independent regulation because the referee and the players can't be the same person. That's what we have at the moment.
What do you mean by that?
The regulator. You can't, for instance, in telecoms here, you have the NCC as the regulator of telecoms, and then you have MTN, Glo, Airtel, and the others as operators. You need to have that separation because you need independence, because that referee is the important person that issues licenses, that regulates the relationships between operators and also between operator and landlord. You need to separate them.
That's the unbundling.
That's part of it.
Tell us about it.
Well, I've touched on it in terms of the restructuring. The NRC, which is the Railway Corporation of Nigeria, is a legacy corporation. It's one of the first corporations that was initiated by the colonials. And it stayed very much as it is. It's a regulator, it's an operator, it's an owner. It's everything railway in Nigeria, and it has conflicts of interest which are hampering its performance. And it has historically underperformed and has lost share because it can't compete against the roads, which are very, very dynamic and private sector operated. So there's a need to separate these functions. Also, you find a situation where government, which essentially the ministry, which formulates policy, is also getting involved in the implementation of policy. It's building all of these railroads, which is very good. But you'd find that there are those conflicts that need to be rationalized. And so you should have a separate entity, i.e. the corporation itself, building those railroads, and private investors operating them because they are businesses. And private operators are better placed to run businesses, especially in competition with other modes.
Okay. Thank you very much. We are now